Have you noticed how easy it is to fall into research, even when dating? So easy. You watch videos, you read articles, you buy books, listen to podcasts, you learn about attachment styles, love languages, communication styles, red flags, green flags. And before you know it, everything there is to know about men you've looked at. But your dating life hasn't changed. And let's add into that, talk to girlfriends, listen to other people's stories. So many women build their perception based on what they have heard out here. Now, don't get me wrong, learning is useful. I have spent years learning, years searching. But there comes a point when more information stops helping because information isn't the problem. The problem is application. I see women who can tell me exactly what an emotionally unavailable man looks like, and they're dead on. They're right on. I see women who know all the signs and still explain them away. Every masterclass I ask, have you dated a narcissist? And whether I've got 10 or 40 people in the room, majority say yes. I would get maybe 0.5% or 1% that would say no. And we all know the signs and we can still explain them away, justify them, not because they're silly and not because they're weak, but because they want the relationship to work. That's human. That's normal. I've done the same for years. But here's what I think. Some women spend so much time trying to understand men and stop understanding themselves. What do you need? What do you value? What works for you? What doesn't work for you? These questions matter far more than understanding or reading another article about men. Because dating isn't a university degree. Dating is a lived experience. You don't need to become an expert in men. You need to become clear about you. The women who do best in dating are often not the women who know the most. It's like what they say, Sometimes you know everything about a particular subject. They say, go and see the plumbing in a plumber's house, go and see what repairs need doing in a carpenter's house. Same thing. Women who know themselves, who know what they want, know what doesn't work, know how they want to feel, and they trust themselves enough to walk away when something isn't right. That is secure woman dating. And that's where real confidence comes from. It doesn't come from understanding everyone else. It doesn't come from listening to everyone else's opinions. So many people say to me, oh, my friends say this, so I'm not going to do it. My friends say this is bad, so I'm not going to try it. My friend says this, so I'm not going to go down that path. And honestly, you just need to do what's right for you and stop being influenced by everything else on the outside. So many people come to my masterclass looking for answers about men, about why they keep meeting the same men. All men are the same and all the good men have gone. And I'm telling you, that is not true. That is not true. I like to see people leave with clarity about themselves. And that's where everything starts to change. Have you ever found yourself researching, dating, instead of trusting yourself?